What should we do?
Hello, welcome to another ITH video. Well, 3.5 hours and lots of very twisty turny A roads and B roads, and I've made it. I've reached motoring nirvana, or Caffeine and Machine as it's known. But before I go talking to you about this place, I need to talk to you about this thing. The Abarth 124 GT. Okay, so here we are inside the Abarth 124 GT. Now, there's a bit of a history to these cars. It starts out with an MX-5, then there's a Fiat version, which is the Fiat 124 Spider. Fiat then give that to their performance arm, which is Abarth, and they make the Abarth 124 Spider. So, you know, there's quite a few different models, and Abarth decided they want to do another version, which is this, the 124 GT. Now, essentially what this adds is a carbon fibre hardtop and some very tasty OZ alloy wheels. So, what's this thing like to drive? An absolute hoot. Is it flawed? Yes. I'm not going to say this is the best thing since sliced bread, but I'm going to start with some positives. Firstly, it's more than quick enough, okay? It's got 170 horsepower, which doesn't sound like a lot, but this doesn't weigh much. I think it's still around about a ton or something, so performance is sprightly to say the least, okay? This is a turbo engine as well, which adds to the excitement. Drop it into third, pop it down a gear, and it picks up. You really are never going to worry about lacking of performance, pretty much in this car. Fiat and Abarth really know what they're doing with this car. They've aimed it at a very specific market. It's those who want a small sports car, but they want it to sound absolutely hilarious. I think the journalistic term that they used to use was rorty, is one word. But it's throaty, it gargles, it spits, it barks at you. It does all kinds of wonderful things. And incidentally, this is a fantastic road that I'm on. My goodness. And it also is a little bit lively, this car, as well. It certainly likes to get the back end out. This has got a very, very slick, short throw, 6-speed gearbox. Now, I mean, you just literally, you're constantly wanting to change gear and hoof this thing around. Below about, 2,000 RPM, nothing happens. That's because it's a 1.4 turbo, so you have to wait for the turbo to kick in. But this is a big but here. The 124 Spider is a hugely fun car to drive, which is what this is. I think this 124 GT is a massive missed opportunity from Abarth. You see, you could just go out and buy a 124 Spider and they should just offer this delightful carbon fibre hardtop as an option. I really think this is an opportunity where they should have put this carbon hardtop on. They should have got rid of the folding hood altogether, just ditch that, lower it, make it stiffer, make it far more focused. And given that we know what's in Fiat's tuning stable, this is pretty much the same engine that's in the Abarth 695, which has got 180 odd horsepower. So you could definitely get a little more power out of it. You could easily get this to 190 with the tiniest of tweaks and engine work. So as good as this car is, and it really is good, it just leaves me wanting more. Imagine this thing with more focused setup. I mean, listen to it. Oh, it does sound fantastic. Oops, yeah, that's 60 miles an hour. What's this thing like inside? Tight. As has been fairly well known, I'm not a small person. You know, I'm 6'3", so I'm not really the target audience, target size for a car of this size. I have a real problem between when you're driving with the handbrake in its down position and the steering wheel. I can't actually get my hand between the steering wheel and my leg. So if you're turning around corners like I'm about to do now, you have to kind of take your hand off a little bit, which isn't great. Everywhere else is fine. There's great relationship between the seat and the steering wheel. You can set this up how you want. There's no reach available on the steering wheel, but there's plenty of adjustment up and down, seat moves and all this kind of stuff. And comfort wise, absolutely fantastic. These seats look quite sparse, but they're actually very, very comfortable car to sit in. You know, I'm doing a 3-hour drive in this and I barely feel it at all. So very impressed with the seats. There's more than enough kit in here as well. So as with everything these days, there's sat nav, there is DAB radio, there's Bluetooth. These seats are heated, which is very nice because the mornings are very chilly at the moment. And it keeps my bottom warm, which is always a nice thing to have. I'm a big fan, I must say. The way this thing looks is very nice on the inside. I love the way that the 124 looks outside, but the Abarth 124, for some reason, the normal Fiat 124 really doesn't do it for me. I think it doesn't quite flow. When Abarth put their bits on, and the aggressive front bumper, the aggressive rear bumper, slightly bigger wheels, and things like that, it all pulls it together for me. And adding this hardtop, absolutely, to me anyway, this absolutely transforms the look of the car. And I tell you what, this gets some seriously large amounts of attention, probably because they can hear it coming from 2 miles away, but it gets huge amounts of attention and a lot of compliments. So yeah, well done Abarth on your styling. Okay, so what is Caffeine and Machine, this place that I've spent hours driving to today? Well, the best way I can describe it is, it's just a really cool place to go if you like machines. Cars, motorbikes, anything with an engine, anything without an engine. It's a hub, a mecca, a meeting point. There's a bar, you can drink. They've got this most amazing coffee machine. There is art, there's stuff you can buy, there's seriously cool merchandise, there's an amazing restaurant. So there you go, that's it. That was the Abarth 124 GT. I've told you all about that. I've told you all about Caffeine Machine, where I've ended up. I've just had an incredibly tasty burger and a nice cup of coffee, and now I'm going to drive home. I'm not sure if I'm going to take the long way or the short way, but either way, I'm going to enjoy driving in this Abarth. It sounds absolutely hilarious. So wherever you go, whatever road you're on, it's going to be fun. So don't forget, please do subscribe to our channel, hit the like button if you fancy doing so, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.